Hi, Miss Lynn. Thank you for meeting with me again today.
Hello, Miss Beck.
So let's look at the data you recorded on Zach's behavior. So it looks like on Monday he had 2 instances of inappropriately touching the girls, and this was all tracked during lunch.
Yes,
Okay.
that's correct.
Perfect. And also on Tuesday, it looks like his tallies went up to 7, and then Wednesday to 3, Thursday to 3, and then Friday there was nothing.
Yes.
Okay.
The reason for that is Tuesday, we had no teacher's aide
Got it.
outside supervising, so he decided to take the freedom and increase this behavior quite dramatically.
Okay. Took advantage of the lack of supervision.
Yes, he did.
Got it. Okay. So, looks like he's exhibiting this behavior mostly at the end of lunch during free time, runaround time, not when he's sitting or eating. And also it looks as if the behavior was displayed less on Monday, nothing on Friday, and then he had an increase on Tuesday. And you said that this was caused because there was no TA, so you were the only supervisor on the playground at that time.
Yes, I was.
Got it. Okay. And I guess we can stick with Tuesday specifically right now. So what happened after this incident? Or I guess all 7 of these incidences.
After that, we had to remove him from the playground,
Okay.
and we put him in the library.
Awesome. Got it. Just out of curiosity, did he do all of these 7 incidences one after another, or was it spread out through the lunch period?
It was spread out through the lunch period.
Okay. Got it. Okay. So what was happening when he displayed the problem behavior with the other girls in the interaction and with you as well?
He picked up on cues, which is mostly eye contact, and then he went over to the girls, and he was touching their hair
Hair.
and trying to hold their hands.
Touching hair and holding hands.
And then when the girls ran away, then he was looking for cues from other girls to go ahead and repeat that behavior.
And it is consistently touching the hair and holding hands?
Yes.
Okay. This week specifically, I know you said in the past that it's also touching them inappropriately
Yes.
and grabbing or pinching, but this week it's stuck to the hair and holding hands.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. So just to review, it was Zach touching the girl's hair, holding their hands, and this behavior seemed to be related to the lack of supervision, and then maybe his need for attention or maybe social interaction. And this happened a total of 15 times last week.
Yes, it did.
Okay, 15 times. And so we would like to eliminate this behavior and get him to understand social cues that eye contact doesn't mean touching and grabbing, it means say hello. How are you doing? Does this seem correct? Is that a good goal?
Yes, I do believe that is a good direction that we should be working on with him.
Okay, so I'm gonna put saying hello, acknowledging eye contact, conversation. All right. So why do you think that he expresses this problem behavior?
I believe that he is looking for social interaction
Okay.
and is not using his words.
Does he have problems socially interacting with the boys?
Yes, he does.
Okay, but it's just the inappropriate touching with the girls.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't ask this previously, but is he nonverbal?
He is verbal
Okay.
with people that he feels comfortable with.
Okay. So it's just the fact that he doesn't know these girls that well. He wants their attention. He's a little nervous being 14
Yes.
years old. Got it. All right. So maybe we need to approach this problem behavior a little bit differently. So what can we change before he expresses the problem behavior, the inappropriate touching?
I think because he likes to play on his iPad, I think we should make him aware before recess time and
Okay.
lunchtime
Perfect.
of the ramifications if he does these behaviors, and if he continues with these behaviors,
Okay.
that we are going to take action, for example, taking away his iPad.
Okay.
And if he exhibits none of these behaviors, and he was good during lunch and recess times, he would get perhaps 10 minutes excess time on his iPad.
Okay, perfect. So let's try to focus on a positive reinforcement. So say, hey, if you leave the girls alone, don't touch them. Maybe say hello instead. Let's do extra iPad time. So then that leads to, is there any way to change his environment or setting? You earlier said that you had brought him to the library on that Tuesday when he expressed high problem behaviors. So would that be a possibility to bring him to the library for lunches?
Yes, that is a very high possibility. We could
Okay.
implement that.
Perfect. And is there any way we can remove attention to this behavior? It would be hard to ignore the behavior because he is causing a bit of harm to the other girls. So is there any way to avoid it in any way, or you want to be hands-on with this?
We do need to be hands-on with
Okay.
this out of protection for the other students.
Absolutely. All right, so all this data was very helpful, and I thank you for that. So let's try to, once again, just prompt him right before he goes out for lunch. Hey, let's do
Yes.
extra iPad time. If you don't touch anybody, keep our hands to ourselves. Say hello if someone looks at you. Just all these positive reinforcers to make him understand, hey, we're watching you, and we know what you're about to do, but please don't. And then we'll just keep tracking the data, and hopefully we'll see it go down. And then also with the Friday, you said that there was no instances, and was there a reason for that one?
Yes, as a matter of fact, Fridays his mother is there during lunch time.
Got it. Friday, mom is there. Is she right by his side the entire time, or is he running off and she's just observing?
She is by his side, especially during the eating time,
Okay.
and then she is observing him when he is running around and playing with the other students.
Okay, and is this typical for every Friday where he has no instances?
Yes, Fridays are great.
Awesome. Okay, so how about we do the extra iPad time, prompting him right before he goes out for lunch. As soon as he does that first touch, move him to the library. And then on Fridays, we'll let him do his social interaction and be out on the playground with the other kids. And then hopefully this behavior will decrease and he won't ever have to be sent to the library during lunch.
Yes, I think
Alright.
that's perfect. Thank
Cool.
you.
All right, so let's continue with the data collection and plan to meet again. Does this time, same place, next week work for you?
Yes,
All
perfect.
right. Thank you, Miss Lynn.
Awesome. Thank you, Miss Beck.